Hey everybody, I had several people in one of the Facebook groups that I'm a part of that asked me to do a short demo on how I did a patina painting style and some of the designs that were available within our group. So I promised I would try to make a video this week. So some of the embellishment areas, I've done patina on each of these three pieces. So I'm going to go over that quickly, hopefully for you today. The first thing I wanted to mention was the patina paints that I used were the Dixie Belle Patina paints, and then it also comes with patina spray in 2 different colors. So I'll kind of go over each of those a little bit, and then we'll get started. So I'm going to move the camera down a little bit and take you through exactly what I used. So as I mentioned, the paints are from Dixie Belle. They come in 3 different colors. They have the bronze, they have an iron, and they also have a copper. And I used all 3 of these in my finished designs. This one has the copper. It was a little bit brighter gold, and so on the second layer there, I actually just painted that with the paint. And then on these 2 embellishment pieces here and on this side, they have the first layer of the patina paint, and then you go back with the second layer, then immediately spray with one of the colors, and it creates this nice rusted effect. So used the copper on that one. One of them I used the bronze. This is the bronze. So again, this background is in bronze. Then these embellishment areas were painted with the bronze and then sprayed with one or both of the pieces. And on the house that stands in front in the middle, I actually used the copper on one section. I used the bronze on another, and then I incorporated the iron here in this piece here and across, and so you'll see that that's much darker. So the patina is not as vivid, but you can tell that there is an aged effect on it. So I actually really like that. So it kind of brought all 3 pieces together. The sprays that they have available, they have a green patina spray. You can use this on the bronze, the copper, or the iron. And then they have a blue, and they say to only use that on bronze or copper. So the directions are on the back of the container, and it basically says to, paint in some fashion, sponging with a brush or whatever technique you're using. Do your layer, let that dry, and then go back with another layer, and while that's still wet, then you go ahead and you do your patina spray. So I have been doing these little pieces just with these makeup wedge sponges. It's just a pack that I got off of Amazon, Artist Choice. Comes in a pack of 100, and these are some of the ones that are more, firm. They're not real squishy. So they actually are really good for painting these little pieces. And as you can see, I just laid some tape down so that I could keep my small pieces from getting away from me. It's just a little bit easier for me to paint. And because these are all small pieces, I took that one wedge and cut it up into just 3 smaller pieces, and that way you're not wasting as much. So I do have all my little house pieces cut out to do another house. I have not painted any of the other parts of it. So I'm just going to go through the patina part with you today. So as the directions say, you should shake these well before you use them. So I'm just going to give them each a good shake. And on the section on my right, I know everything's a little bit backwards for you guys. I'm going to do these in the bronze. These are going to be in the copper, and then part of these will be bronze, copper, and then the iron. So I will start with the bronze, and I kind of speed up the drying process. I don't really wait for it to dry on its own. I just use my little heat gun type thing here and get them dry pretty quickly. So all I basically did was just dip it so that you have, you know, a little bit on your sponge. And then I went through and I just, you know, sponged it on. So it's really easy. And as long as you don't have any, you know, you don't get patina on it as you progress, then, you know, you can just keep using this sponge. But if you do your patina and decide that you don't really have as much effect as you'd like and you want to put another layer of paint, you need to get a clean sponge. So for this one, I'm going to do this one with the bronze. And you're going to go back with a second coat anyway, so it doesn't have to be, you know, totally perfect, but get on there what you want. And then I'm just going to save this for when I go back and do it again. The iron, I only have the 2 small pieces. Oops. And I need my baby wipes. Which are always handy to have available. They're not only good for staining, they're good for cleaning your hands up. All right, so for the bronze, we're going to do these 2 pieces. And the bronze is pretty light when you do the first coat, but after you do the second coat, and then of course with the patina, it really darkens it up. Gives it that nice aged look. And this, the first set of houses I did, this was actually the first time I've used this paint, so it's actually really easy to use and figure out, so I think anybody can do it. And it says in the directions that it could take, you know, it could still continue to develop for like 2 to 6 hours. I mean, I noticed mine started really developing, you know, within just a matter of minutes. So it didn't take long at all. And they also, I also ordered this patina guard when I got the order, and it basically say that you should apply this after your patina has developed to where you want it, and it's supposed to do 2 things. One, it helps protect the patina, and then it also says that it prevents it from continuing to develop further. But I did not use it on all the pieces. I used it on one of them and I noticed it darkened it up a lot. It was the first set of embellishments that I did here, and I thought it kind of lost some of the character, and so I went ahead and added another layer of paint and resprayed it again, and I did not put those back. And you can see on this one, I mean, it just looks so much different. You know, it kind of keeps its natural color, and the patina effects are very vivid. So I chose not to put that on there, and like I say, it did not impact it whatsoever. And after these dried a couple of days, I do go back and I spray them with the Rust-Oleum 2X Clear Matte spray to protect the paint, just so they don't get scratched or anything. I'm used to using that because I do a lot of chalk painting, and so I used that on this, and it did not in any way impact the patina finish on it. So I was very happy that it came out and it stayed so nicely after I did that. So I'm just going to dry these. Oh, I got one more here. Which one am I going to do on these? That goes... I think I did that in copper as well, or in bronze. So I'm just going to go ahead and dry it a little bit, and then we can do the second step. It doesn't take much. These heat guns get pretty warm. So you can really speed up the process by using this, or even a hair dryer. A hair dryer works fine too, but with the little pieces it seems to blow around more than this heat gun does, because it's more heat than it is actually air blowing out. So chose to use that instead. So we're going to go back again, like I say, and I'll start at this end with the copper. And so on my copper, I did mostly the green spray. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to move these back a little bit so I don't spray anything onto the paint, because if you were to spray it in your paint, I think it would cause a reaction. And you don't want that. All right, so we're going to go back and do the second coat, and then we're going to immediately start spraying it. And I'm actually going to move them off of this tape now so I don't spray any other of the pieces accidentally. So I'm going to do it with the green spray, and it comes with a regular cap when you get it in the mail, of course, for shipping. I'm not sure where I put the caps, but it comes with these nozzles that you go ahead and put in it when you're ready to use it, and so the knob can turn pretty far open, and I found it was best if I opened it just a little bit so that you don't have so much coming out that you get way more than you want. So I'm just going to lightly spray these. And then we're going to let that sit, and it will start developing. And we'll do the bronze. And if you find that you get any of the paint, you know, on the sides of your pieces where you don't want the color, I go back either with a Liquitex raw umber marker, or I have some of the Mr. Sharpies that are black. This is the Liquitex one I use, and it's perfect for cleaning up the edges. And I'm going to use some of the blue on this one. I think I used maybe blue and green on the last go around. And it just, you know, it gives you different effects. So I'll just kind of use a little bit of both of those. And then on the iron, you have to use the blue spray. I don't know if you guys can see close enough, but once you put this second coat of this iron on it, it does darken, starts to darken it up nicely. And I think that when I did it last time, I actually used the heat gun to help develop it a little bit. Let me see if that speeds our process up so we don't have to make the video quite so long. I think it's hot. And if you find that you get too much, you can always put another layer of paint over it to hide some of it. Or another thing I did, I noticed when it was pooling, I actually just kind of turned it over and blotted it on my workspace just to get some of the excess off. So you can kind of do it in both ways, whichever works best for you. So it's going to keep developing. So you can see, well, I don't know if you can tell yet, but you'll see that it's starting to get that patina effect on it. It does take a few minutes. So what I'll do is I will let the video run and go back and edit it and take some out and then show you how it looks after it has sat for a little while. But this was the blue spray. You can tell it's starting to work. So I will sit here and wait with it, and then like I say, I'll just edit out the video and shorten it so that you don't have to watch the whole playback. But I really hope that folks found this helpful. It's super easy, so I think anybody can do this. You just have to, I ordered my stuff right from the Dixie Belle website. I don't know if you can find it on Amazon or other places, but I just ordered mine directly from them. And if you see that you don't think it's developing enough, if you don't think you got enough spray on it, you can always go back and add a little bit more and just let it work in. So all right, so I hope that helped for those that were wanting a quick little tutorial. And like I say, I'll let this develop for a little bit, and then I'll come back with the final result. Okay, so I took my heat gun and tried not to melt my plastic underneath here, but went ahead and started, really getting it to dry, and you can see that the patina effects are much more noticeable now, and that was only within a few minutes of the time that I said I was going to put the video on pause. So starting to get very noticeable. And I think I went back and I sprayed some of them with both a combination of the green and the blue. So it's just such a nice weathered look. And then on the iron, this one, like I say, it doesn't, appear as noticeable on the iron as it does the copper and the bronze, but you still get that old mottled weathered effect. It's pretty cool. So it's a little bit different, adds more character, a little bit different character. So these will continue to develop over a little while, but basically that's what it's going to look like. So I hope folks found this helpful, and if you have any questions, put a comment at the end of the video. If you liked it and thought it was helpful, let me know. I'm not used to doing videos, so hopefully I did this in a way that it was helpful and understandable. So hope everybody has a great rest of their day. Thank you. Bye.